First question.
Yes.
Do you think that a story like this could still make scandal nowadays?
Do you mean could if the same characters were going, like you mean if Einar and Lily existed now, would their story attract? Do you mean
no,
that?
telling about this story.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
In a way, I hope that this story doesn't create scandal, because I dream of a time where a story about a transgender person is a normal thing.
Yeah.
Not a kind of, not something that people should be fascinated by as anything strange or curious. So I'd like the Danish go in a way to make transgender narratives more normal. And actually, I'd love the focus to be on the fact that this is first and foremost a love story that involves a transgender woman, because I think we're in the middle of this progression towards being, the consciousness being more open about it, but there's a lot of work to go.
Okay, so what kind of reaction do you want in the audience? Or
well, you were there this morning.
Do you want any kind of reaction? Or?
I mean, when I first read the script in 2008, it made me cry and made me very moved. I think for 7 years, all I've wanted is people to be touched in their heart by these extraordinary people. So I'd love the audience to be moved by the story, and that's my hope.
What's this story really about? It's about accepting ourselves, or it's about others accepting us, our nature?
I think that there are blocks that lie between us and the best version of ourselves. Now, for some people, this can be shyness, this can be insecurity, anxiety, stress, addiction. I mean, there are a number of things that are in the way of people being their true self. Lily not identifying with the gender she was assigned at birth is one of the most profound blocks a human being can experience. It can cause tremendous pain. It can cause that individual to suffer tremendous indignity. But I think in the universal sense, it's about the journey that hopefully all of us are on to become the best version of ourselves. And even more importantly, it talks of how in the struggle to find to find your voice, sometimes you need love. You need to be loved. You need to be accepted. And I don't know, as you get older, you start to see the themes in your work. I'm very lucky to come from a very loving family. I'm very close to my parents. I'm very close to my brother and sister. When I said at 12 years old I want to be a director, that was accepted in a loving way. They didn't go, "That's ridiculous, you're an idiot, you'll never make it." They were supportive, and I start to realise that maybe I'm telling stories about the nature of the love I experienced as a kid growing up, and how important it was for me.
So we can say all you need is love.
Yes.
Yeah. So, last question. What is the role of the art in the relationship between Gerda and Einar and Lily?
Well, that's what makes the story fascinating, because in some ways it's the fact that they were artists that made possible Lily's journey to become Lily, because it's Gerda seeing the femininity in Lily when she's living as Einar, and being drawn to draw that, to paint that starts to create a space where Lily's encouraged to be herself. And in some ways, in the early stages, one almost feels that Lily is losing interest in her landscape painting, because the pursuit of being Lily is a far more noble thing for her. So the art is integral, and also the fact that they're artists. They went to Paris. It's the 20s. It is one of the most permissive niches to be, where people perhaps would allow this kind of change.